30 racks of PBR. That's for real.
Amen, brother. All of Florida do better.
But also, most Americans listen to trash music.
That's biological warfare, brother. Like,
They're just being a bunch of bitches.
fill me, Satan. Fill me.
Yeah, they're like, what the
What's going on? Is he pulling out his dick?
Yeah, it does. I was just fucking with you.
And then we'll talk about it here, live, on the Riff Report. I'm not here to make friends, man. I'm here to talk music and give out shitty opinions, so there we are.
What the fuck were we even talking about?
Welcome to the Riff Report, the loudest corner on the internet. I'm Tyler.
And I'm Ryan.
We're here to talk to you about all things punk, metal, alternative, anything loud, anything heavy. Today we've got some fun stuff going on today. I'm pretty excited about this episode. We got our tracks of the week as usual, and I did that a little early. We've got some tour announcement. We've got some artist news. That's gonna be really fun. And a lot of releases this week. I guess when it gets a little bit colder, everyone's in the studio. Speaking of our tracks of the week, Ryan, what are you listening to?
Well, my track of the week is not necessarily what I've been listening to lately, but it
Okay.
is what I felt like listening to this afternoon.
Gotcha.
Which is my track is "Portrait of a Woman on a Couch with Cats"
That's a lot.
by the band Michael Sarah Palin.
I gotta say, I love that name. Just hands down, that was good.
If you have not listened to them, they are very good. I would go listen to them. They're like a poppy, like Midwest emo kind of band.
Okay.
It's kind of similar to like Hot Mulligan, I would say,
Gotcha.
but pre-Hot Mulligan.
Okay.
Yeah.
Cool.
It's weird that they're kind of like Midwesty because they are from Georgia, so
Oh,
pretty far away. But
that's the South, dude.
yeah,
Ish. Yeah.
but they're pretty good.
Okay.
And I don't know. It's snowing outside.
Right.
I was feeling like not like depressed because of the snow, but obviously I can't do anything or
Right.
go anywhere. I mean, I could if I wanted to, but I didn't. So I didn't want anything sad, but I wanted to feel Midwestern.
Right.
And this did it for me.
Hell yeah. That's cool. I almost picked a song for the same reason. It's wintertime, it's cool, it's cold, all that. There's I don't know, there's just certain bands that just remind you of winter, remind you of summer, stuff like that. I almost picked AFI for that reason from December Underground, but I'm gonna save that for a few weeks from now. So
Yeah, you're gonna need to save that till December.
exactly, you know. Or the way yeah. I'll save it for then. But this week I chose an Alisana track. It's a band I haven't heard of anything that they've been doing recently. I don't think we've had a release since like 2018, 2019, but this track's a little bit older. The Thespian was one of my favorite tracks by them. Did you ever listen to Alisana?
Not really, man.
Okay. Crazy.
I've heard a few tracks, I'm sure.
Gotcha.
In the MySpace days, but
Exactly. Right. Well, I figured,
not really.
you seem like a big enough like Chiodos fan, you know. I kind of correlate them together. I don't know why. They're like artsy and shit.
Similar sounds.
Exactly, you
Yeah.
know. But this song is somewhat important to me. When I was a little bit younger, high school, you know, as you know specifically, we've talked about this, like my upbringing, I could only listen to like Christian metal and stuff like that. You know, bless my parents' hearts for trying to keep me protected from the Dark Lord himself, but it didn't work.
You just pushed it back in your life, yeah.
You know what I mean? It was bound to happen. But my first ever metalcore, post-hardcore, just anything outside of all that Christian solid state stuff was it was an Escape the Fate show. I'm not happy to admit that, but one of the opening bands at that set was Alisana. So and they performed this song. Sean Milky's up there. Dennis Lee's just eating the microphone, and I thought it was really awesome, and it changed the rest of my life. So, gotta give a
Oh
shout out
yeah.
to Alisana and shaping who I am today. So pick that one. Good track.
Right.
If you just check it out,
I will check it out. Obviously, when we're done here today, because I can't multitask like
do better.
that. I try. I
I
try.
know. I'm proud of you.
Um, I'm doing puzzles all the time on my phone. You'd
Mm,
think that my mind would, you know,
right.
s- s- spread connectors
I
out.
get it. As a Legend of Zelda player, I love puzzles. It's my favorite thing. So hell yeah.
Yeah, dude. Uh, anyways, we got a shit ton of scene and industry news.
Oh yeah.
Specifically, a lot of new releases. Not a lot of new everything going on right now. So this should be a fun time chatting with you today about it.
Right.
Um, Starting off with our new releases, we got a. This is kind of a new album. It is Bodies X by Thornhill.
Yeah.
This album I was confused for a second because I was like, I could have swore that this album came out, and
Right.
then I realized that this is the remix version of
Dude,
this
it's
album,
extreme.
dude.
That's what it
X,
stands
yeah.
for. Yeah.
um, it was pretty good. I'm not gonna lie, it was a pretty cool remix album. I'm not really a huge remix fan. There's a
Yeah.
handful of exceptions to that case, but
Suicide
and this
Silent or no. Bring Me the Horizon, Suicide Season, Cut Up. Greatest remix
yeah,
album ever. That's the only one I need to
it's
listen
pretty
to.
good.
Right.
Fucking, I really enjoyed when I was younger. Linkin Park's Reimagination. I think that's
Okay.
yeah, I think so.
Reanimation.
Reanimation. That's what it
Yeah.
was.
With the Gundam, dude.
Dude,
Yeah.
yeah, it was
Right.
sick. But that album was good. That was but I don't know. I kind of got like Tron soundtrack vibes from this.
Yeah, a
Listening
little
to it.
bit. I heard a couple songs on it. The North Lane remix was, of course, one of my favorites. Maybe it's just because they were on it. I don't know.
Yeah, but yeah. Um, So yeah, if you liked Bodies by Thornhill, which came out a few months ago, you might like the remix version.
Oh yeah.
Um, we also got the final release of the EP from Alexis on Fire. The EP is entitled "Copies of Old Masters Volume One," and this was everything that we had up to this point, plus a new track called "Neighborhood Villain." Um, and it was this new track is it kind of fit with the couple later tracks that were released. They kind of have like a southern sound to them almost. This
Yeah.
one was pretty slow, pretty southern. Um, but yeah, overall, Lexus on Fire changing up their sound a little bit.
Hell yeah. Growing. Showing.
Yeah. Well, I mean, they took a long break and then got back together, and
Right.
musical tastes have changed, I guess. But um, something that was super exciting to me. I had been waiting to wake up on Friday just so I could listen to this album. Uh, Is Your Friend by Drain was released on Friday,
Oh yeah.
and I'd been really excited for this release leading up to it. Um, Fucking starts off with Stealing Happiness from Tomorrow. That just a fucking banger of a track heading right into the album. Um, the funny thing that I noticed about it that when I pulled it up on my screen just was
Uh-huh.
very jarring was that
Right.
7 out of 10 of the tracks have the explicit tag next to them,
Nice. Hell yeah.
which is
That's what we're here
awesome.
for, man. Come on.
Um, yeah, I'm definitely here for it. Fuck it. Yeah, Scared of Everything and Nothing was a good track for me. Love that one a lot. Can't Be Bothered was fast, heavy, had some cool guitar licks in there. And then obviously I've been jamming Who's Having Fun
That's the one I
for the
was gonna
past
mention.
handful of
I
weeks.
love that song. It's perfect. It's upbeat.
Yeah,
It's
dude.
just you know what I mean? Am I the
Yep.
only
Uh,
one who's having fun?
that
Hey.
one actually, it's gotta be CKY Worship, dude, because it sounds just like a CKY song.
Right.
The guitar tone, the
Uh-huh.
guitar little licks, and there's squeals in there. Were it in the vocals. I mean, everything about it was like scream
Right.
CKY to me.
Yeah.
I love it. So yeah, that was a good album. I was very excited for that to come out, and it definitely lived up to the standards that I had set. Um, we had this one was an interesting find for me because I really only follow one of these bands right now, but Gorillaz just dropped a new track featuring Idols, which is a band that I've listened to a lot uh, recently. Um, but the song is called "The God of Lying," and it is a single off their upcoming album, "The Mountain." Um, this was a different track than what I'm used to listening to
Yeah.
on a regular basis, but the beat was super fucking cool. It had a really nice bass tone to it,
Right.
so I was vibing with that for sure. I've always been a kind of a fan of Gorillaz since when I was young,
Right.
but some of their stuff's been a little bit more experimental than I care for.
Yeah.
Um,
I see that on
but
this
when
new
they
track. I agree.
Yeah, this one was a little more normal than what some of their other stuff even is. Um, but I think it's funny the feature here because the singer Joe Talbot of Idols and Damon Albarn from Gorillaz,
Hmm.
they're both from the UK and they both have very similar accents and
Right.
tones of their voice. So I can't
It's kind of the
remember.
perfect
There was
pairing.
like a there was a it kind of was, but it was also kind of confusing. It's almost like that Barbarians of California song with Many Eyes.
Uh-huh.
Uh the two of them just sounded so similar that it was hard to decipher
Right.
who was singing at one time. That was kind of the case here. Um because Joe kind of like dialed himself back
Uh-huh.
per what he normally does in Idols.
Right.
But it was pretty cool. Pretty cool pairing. I like it.
Hell yeah. Yeah, I caught the there's a
What'd you think?
pretty cool video attached to it. We were doing a little cleaning and chilling the other day, and we had a playlist on uh the TV just playing while we were doing stuff. And I just picked Gorillas, and after a couple of, we were listening to Dare, we were listening to like Classic Beach, stuff like that, the classics. And then this song
Oh
came
yeah.
on. I was like, "Oh shit, new Gorillas, let's check it out." Gorillas is one of Kat's all-time favorite bands. They're definitely like top 3 for her, I think.
Nice.
Um, and yeah, checked it out. I gotta say, I wasn't put off by this song, but it's just a little too discordant for me. Like, I love discord, I love chaotic songs, but that's when I'm like listening to like punk or something. You know what I mean? Like the fast. It makes more sense that way. With this one, when they're doing more like synth, keyboard, stuff like that, I don't know, like this song to me is a fever dream nightmare kind of thing. Like you're just, you know what I mean? You have sleep paralysis, and I don't know, that's just what it reminds me of. It's just kind of a weird song, but that's Gorillas, you know what I mean? They experiment, they do different things. So, after a couple
Yeah.
more listens, I'm like, "All right, that's cool," but the first one I was like, "I don't know if I like this or not." Like, we'll have to see what the rest of the album does, but it's kind of growing on me, you know?
Well, that might be why I liked it, to be honest with you, because I kind of got on board with it almost
Okay.
immediately. I was like,
Hell yeah.
this is a little different. I mean,
Right.
that's kind of how that's kind of how they've been, you
Right.
know.
Yeah.
So, yeah, I mean, I haven't really followed the Gorillas too much. Obviously, I don't remember what the album is with Eastwood on it. Um,
I'm
but
pretty
that
sure that's
whole
Demon
album
Days.
is nope before that.
Oh, Oh yeah, right. Is it a self-titled?
I don't know.
Pretty sure. Pretty sure it's just a self-titled. Yeah. Is their technically first album,
Yep,
Gorillas? Yeah.
yep, yep. That album is pretty good. The whole album is pretty good.
Yep.
Rehash, 5-4, Tomorrow Comes Today, Clint Eastwood, obviously, Punk. Yeah, this whole album was really good, and it was kind of put together. And then I think the album Demon Days, that was still pretty organized. And then kind
Hmm.
of after that, I feel like he just like, I'm gonna do whatever the fuck I want.
Exactly.
Yeah, because I think then Plastic Beach came after that, and that album was pretty weird. I remember.
I liked it. I thought
Um,
that was a pretty solid one. If there's a song you want to listen, a great song by the Gorillaz that you need to listen to, it was one of their most recent releases, Cracker Island. It's a whole
yeah,
album, but the song Cracker Island, the eponymous track, they got a feature by Thundercats, one of my
yeah, I'm
favorite
seeing that on
artists
here.
of all time. We were sad because we went and saw him a couple years ago in Detroit, and we were hearing that like Thundercat might show up to some shows. I guess he had showed up the day before in Chicago,
Oh,
but did not show
okay,
up in Detroit when we saw him. So they played the song, they did the video and everything, but we didn't get to see Thundercat, and it broke my heart. I would have loved that.
damn. Yeah, I have heard this song.
Oh, yeah, it's
Um,
had quite a bit of play.
yeah, no, I definitely recognize that song. Funny enough, my son Ozzy is pretty big fan of the Gorillas as well.
Hell yeah, that's awesome.
Yeah. So I've listened to a lot of their stuff that I hadn't listened to before because of him.
Right, nice.
So that's pretty cool. Um yeah, moving on, we got a another song featuring Peeling Flesh. They just seem to be everywhere lately.
Right,
But the song is by the band Sinister, which I had not heard of before this. The song is called Postmortem Anomalies. And song starts off with a pretty cool sound bite, a little sample at the beginning. Um, it's a fine song. I I don't know. I feel that I feel like we went on a big enough rant last week or the week before about deathcore bands kind of sounding the same, and that's kind of what I'm starting to get from Peeling Flesh. I like them. I don't want to not like them, but it just kind of sounds like the same.
right.
Um, but I could tell this Sinister band, though I have not heard anything else from them, and I didn't go listen to anything else from them. Uh, they were pretty all right, so I will be checking them out when I get a free second.
Hell yeah.
Yeah, they're dude, the Peeling Flesh vocalist. He's good at what he does, but it's like all gutturals and pig squeals.
Exactly.
Um, and like that's cool. I like to have that in addition. I think that's why I'm such a Lorna Shore fan, is because Will Ramos does a good job about mixing those things in when
Right.
necessary to
Yeah.
add effect. But if you just
Gravity,
do them
like
all the
power.
time,
Yeah.
yeah, you just do it all the time, then I don't know.
It's so boring, you know what I mean? Like I
It
get
is
it.
a little boboring.
Right. You're
I'm like,
clearing your throat, man. All right. Come
it
on.
sounds like a fucking frog, like on
Right.
top of some grindcore music.
Exactly.
But either way, the
Okay,
Sinister
let me say
band,
this.
yeah,
Fucking there's a band out there. I was just reading up on this. There's a band with a African gray parrot as their vocalist. There's a band with
I have seen that.
a dog as their
Yep.
vocalist. Now we need a frog. We bring them all
There's a little.
together.
Have you seen the one with the little girl that does death metal vocals?
I think so.
It's like a dad daughter
Mhm.
band, but the dad makes like death metal
Right.
songs, and
Yeah.
then she does vocals over top. So good.
Okay. Oh yeah, just get them all together, you know what I mean? It'll be fun.
Yeah, dude. Tour of weird shit.
Right.
um. Anyways, we had the album drop. There is no memory by Armor for Sleep. Um, Not their finest work. Not gonna lie.
Yeah, I
Um,
actually got it on right now in the headphones and it's all right, you know. It's got
it gets worse.
yeah, I'm on
Are you
I'd
listen?
Set
Are you listening?
Fire.
Okay.
That's what I'm on, and it's ballady, like it's you know what I mean. It's all right. Like I'm not excited about it by any means. That's for sure.
Yeah. No, I mean I think the first song is The Outer Ring, and that was dropped ahead of time. So I'm kind of used to that. I've listened to that a couple times. That one was
Okay.
fine. And then Breathe Again was okay. And then it just starts going downhill real quick. Because unfortunately I did scrub through this whole album today again just to give it another listen, and I was like, yeah,
Right.
I just and not really into it. I'd give it maybe if we were grading it out of 5, I'd give it a 1.8.
Okay. Rough.
It's not great. Um Anyways, um what are you thinking listening to it right now? It's just
uh, it's just like nothing really excited to me. I there was about 4 or 5 tracks that I kind of bumped through to see if there was something standalone in there. I listened to what Always Daylight. Was- Yeah. Like I said, What a Beautiful World. None of them really,
yeah,
stood out to me. It's just not my cup of tea. Like I can't.
yeah.
I don't know how else to describe it. Like it's not pop punky. Not post hardcore maybe. Like it's just all right.
Yeah, it's
I
like
need I need
emo
some power. Right? Yeah, yeah. That's okay. That's a good
post
one.
art. It's like emo post hardcore.
Exactly. But
It kind of gives
You're veering
off
too far off. Like
Yeah, it kind of gives off like Thursday vibes, but in a
a
bad
little
way.
bit. Exactly. So
Um, yeah. Anyways, this next track uh kind of surprised me a little bit. We got the release Whiplash by a pop punk band 4 Years Strong. I think we talked about them a few weeks ago when they
yeah.
released their first track off their upcoming album, and then this came out, and this song is pretty great. Um, at the beginning of the song, kind of reminded me of the like stoner rock band Torch, which I used to be a real big fan of in my stoner rock and metal phase. Um, but this track was pretty surprising because it was pretty heavy for them. They're mostly clean vocals, but there is a lot of screaming in this song, and it does get pretty hardcore later on in the track. So that was pretty cool. And you know what? Funny enough that we were talking about the new Drain album because this song almost reminds me a bit of Drain towards the end of the track.
Yeah.
Very Drain esque. Did you get this one listen to at all?
Yeah, a couple of listens. Surprised me because when I think of 4 Years Strong, whatever I've listened to in the past, it's never been heavy rotation for me. But yeah, you kind of touch point on it, like the heaviness of it. It's a little fuzzier than normal. You know what I mean? It's good. If they could just play songs like this, I think I might get into 4 Years Strong. But
Yeah.
we'll have to see how this next album is. Maybe it is just a full
I think
release
it's
of
gonna be
songs like
good.
this. Yeah, it's kind of
I think it's gonna be good.
exciting. Keep an
It
eye
is
out
kind
for
of
these
exciting.
guys.
Yeah, dude. This is that semi-happy music that you were asking for, Tyler.
Right. Love it.
They're a little angry,
Hmm.
but they're also a little
Slightly
happy.
a kiss of
You know?
angry, but hey,
Yeah.
best way to describe it. Yeah, I've enjoyed it so
Um,
far. So, like I said, I'm really excited to see what else I got.
yeah, me too. I wouldn't mind catching them if they went on tour soon.
Yeah.
Maybe when the album drops, we'll get a tour on it.
That's
Also,
always the
I
exciting
haven't
thing.
I've never really looked it up. They might be on tour for all I know. Let's fucking see. Probably not. I'm gonna guess not. It does look like they got some pretty cool merchandise for this new shit. They got a water bottle, pretty cool. Dude, these records are pretty sick looking.
Yeah. I was gonna say something about
Um,
this goddamn dog that they have on their last album.
the dog is goofy.
It reminds me of like the banana splits or something, you know? You remember that show?
Yeah. It does not well, it looks like they are currently on
Yeah.
tour right
Yeah, but
now. And
nowhere
they're
near
not
us.
nope, not coming anywhere near us. Then they're going overseas to
Yep.
Europe till February of next year. So maybe we'll get a American tour release after the album. That'd be cool. Either way, another really exciting track for me was by a black metal band Mayhem. They released a new track called "Weep for Nothing," and it is teasing a new record from what I read. So that's pretty awesome because I like these guys. I've liked these guys for quite a while, ever since I got into black metal. Obviously, these guys are pretty popular and pretty important in the genre, with all the drama behind the bands in the days. I have a pretty cool movie about this band, and then I also have a pretty cool book about this band.
Nice.
Um,
Okay, so help me
but
understand, because I don't know, maybe I'm just not like a black death metal guy as much as
yeah,
you are, but this is the band where the vocalist, the guitarist, murdered the other guy?
not quite. You're
Okay.
on track.
Okay.
So they're from Norway.
Mm-hmm.
Um, and so they formed in 1984. And they pretty much were one of the first bands to do this kind of music.
Okay.
But they were famous because in 1991, their vocalist, whose nickname was Dead,
Okay.
he shot himself with a shotgun
Okay.
in their band house. They had a house
Okay.
in Norway
Right.
that they all lived together and would practice and whatnot. He shot himself, blew his face off, and then the guitar player, another founding member,
Uh-huh.
came back to the house and found him like that, and then um, he photographed their dead singer's
Right.
body,
Yeah.
um, and that was the cover of their first record,
Oh.
which you can still find for sure, but I think it's mostly changed
Uh-huh.
in a lot of
The newer
on
releases and
streaming
everything.
sites and stuff like that. Yeah, yeah, you can't. It's definitely not here on title.
Oh yeah, Dawn of the
But
Black
yeah,
Arts, right. Yeah, no, I'm seeing it right here on I went on Google. Had to turn off my
yeah,
safe search. That's
yep. You gotta
crazy.
definitely gotta turn that off. Um, but yeah, then so then they're pretty heavy band. Pretty. They get pretty popular.
Hmm.
And then they got this dude, their bass player, Varg,
Okay.
Vicerness. Um, he's pretty fucked up, dude. Decides to get publicity and like promote his Satanism and all this shit.
All
He
right.
was gonna start burning down all these churches.
Okay.
So these big giant cathedral, like historical churches
Yeah.
in Norway, he's burning these fuckers to the ground. He burned
Jesus.
quite a bit of them.
Okay.
Let me see if I can fucking pull up here. He How many fucking churches did he burn? Here we are. Arson of churches. Mm, I don't know. It doesn't really give an exact number here while I'm browsing. Either way, he burned down quite a few churches.
Okay.
And then there was like a conflict between him and the guitar player who photographed their singer's dead body.
Uh-huh.
And there was some like paranoia and shit behind uh, disagreements or something with
Right.
musical contracts and shit like that.
Yeah.
And Varg ended up stabbing Euronymous with a knife
Oh shit.
like 20 times or something.
Right.
And he went to prison for a long time. And he is also a big giant piece of shit because he's like a white supremacist, like
Oh.
Aryan,
Ew.
like Hitler fucking
Right.
lover. But anyways, somehow uh so their bass player that was their original bass player,
Uh-huh.
um he had left the band before Varg had joined the band.
Okay.
But he has since rejoined Mayhem, and then their drummer is the same drummer, but everybody else is new. Um, and they bounced back from all of that shit and put on um, a lot of good albums, in my opinion. Um, so yeah, it looks like this new album that they're getting ready to put out next year is called Liturgy of Death, and yeah, this track is pretty good. It's about everything that I expect from Mayhem.
Right.
And they've done a pretty good job of recent years about putting together like some really clean and good production.
Hell yeah. I enjoyed it.
It's
I had nothing bad to
pretty
say about it.
quality
It
black
just
metal song.
yeah. That's exactly when I think of the term black metal, that's a song that plays in my head. You know what I mean?
Yep.
Solid.
Yeah, I love it. I'm happy that we could sit here and talk about Mayhem history.
Of course.
I forgot to tell you one little quick piece.
Okay.
This was in a movie that I watched. I can't remember what the fucking movie's called. It was like a pretty low budget film about the band, but supposedly the guitar player, when he after got done taking pictures of
Right.
the vocalist,
Yeah.
he apparently cut some of his like fingers and toes off and used the bones to make necklaces for the entire band. And
What?
supposedly the there's a controversy of whether or not these bones were actually from the dude
Yeah.
or if they were just animal bones, but either
Exactly.
way, he claims that they were from the vocalist,
That's insane.
which is why their original bass player left because he was
He's
freaked
like,
out.
fuck this shit. I'm out.
Yeah, but
You
I'm
guys are
out of here.
crazy, right? I thought we were just making music, not fucking summoning demons. What the fuck?
Yeah. Even though the
Jesus.
bass player's name was Necro Butcher.
Exactly. Come on, it was for clout, dude. Don't get it twisted.
Yeah,
Like he needed a paycheck.
yeah.
That's all right. I think that was a safe option, honestly. He did the right thing.
Yeah. But then he came back to the band and now he's fucking just
Exactly.
making Good,
Like, are you
good
guys still
black
doing
metal
that
band.
weird shit? And they're like, no, we're older now. Like, we don't have the energy. He's like, all right, great. I'm
All right,
glad.
cool.
Right.
Can we just make some evil music?
Right. Jesus.
Yeah, dude. Well, that was a longer conversation about this track than I had originally
Right.
had planned out. But moving on, we got the next single release from Newfound Glory. The song is called "Treat Yourself," and I realized that I didn't write any notes for this track.
Whoa.
I'm pretty sure listening to it, I thought it was fine. I wasn't super blown away by it by any means, but it was like a just sounded like new age, newfound glory. I don't really know
Right.
much else to say. Wasn't like super wowing.
Exactly.
I like these
Agree.
guys a lot. Back in the day, they were one of the, I'd say, uh, heavy hitter pop punk bands. But what are you gonna do? People get old.
Exactly. That's fine.
They don't. Sometimes you don't make as good music as you used to.
Right. I mean, it's not a bad track. Like,
No,
it's,
just not
but it's
exciting.
just, exactly. You know what I mean?
It's just fine.
Sounds pretty normal.
Yeah.
The status quo. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
So, yeah, I'd really have nothing else to say besides what you did. It's a track. They released it. Sounds exactly like what I expected. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
I'll go ahead and take the floor from you if you don't mind.
Please do.
Don't slip. We did get a new track by the band Hit the Lights featuring Colin Ross. I'm so glad you typed this out because I didn't know who Colin Ross was. So thanks, bud. But it is the original lead vocalist on their first album. I've never been a huge Hit the Lights fan. I feel like we were talking about him recently, weren't we?
We were. So I think what's happening is they're putting out singles for a new album, and I think we covered a new release by them a couple weeks ago.
Yeah, Tomorrow's Gonna Hurt. I remember it because seeing this like single cover art, you know what I mean? I loved it
Yep.
because it's like Americana tattoo. It's fucking
Yep.
sick. So yeah,
Yeah.
we got Tomorrow's Gonna Hurt, and now Bleach Away featuring the original vocalist. So kind of the same thing we were talking about with Newfound Glory, like just some classic pop punk. They got the group chants, they got that. I don't know how to describe the drums, but it's just that two-step kind of drum. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
I don't know. I don't play drums, so I don't fucking know. But it's cool. It would be fun on a playlist.
Yeah.
I'm gonna play it this summer. We're gonna be outside. Hey man, next spring when we're setting up the patio over at Hill District, over at North Pier, this song's gonna be on, dude. It's sun's
Throw
out,
it on
guns
there.
out. You know what I mean? We're just having a good time. That's how I feel
Now,
about this track.
I thought it was funny that a couple weeks ago when they had released one of their other singles,
Yeah.
I was talking about how I was a big fan of their first album
Right.
with this vocalist.
Right.
And it was when they started using their guitar player as their new
Oh.
vocalist that I stopped listening to the band. So this is hilarious that this came out with this guy
You're
on
like,
it.
oh fuck. This guy
They
likes us
fucking
better with
heard,
our original. Right, exactly. We gotta let's go.
yeah,
Let's call him, dude. Get him on the line. Right.
fucking
Run it,
get him up.
dude. Right.
Yep.
Yeah, that's
No,
hilarious.
I thought it was pretty funny, but yeah, the song was classic hit the light song.
Right.
And having Colin back on the track just brought it back to first album hit the lights.
Oh yeah.
And I wasn't I don't think that this is like a superb song, but it fits on that first album for sure.
Yeah. Hell yeah. I enjoyed
Yeah.
it. So hey, if y'all haven't listened to it, check it out. Hit the Lights got a new track with their original lead vocalist. This song I'm actually pretty excited to talk about, and I think that maybe might surprise you, Ryan. Not only
No, it
because it
won't surprise
features
me because I have a ton of shit off of this.
all right. So Fantasy by Mariah Carey has been covered by Your Broken Hero, and it's featuring August Burns Red.
Yeah,
I'm
dude.
assuming August Burns Red did the music, the instrumentals. I just heard Jake do his screaming. Um,
Yeah,
and then yeah, we've got the vocals by Your Broken Hero. But
yeah.
I love this song because I am a huge Rush Hour fan, and this is the song that the consulate's daughter was singing in the car before she got kidnapped. So I didn't know the song name though, so I'm like, oh boy, another Pop Goes Punk or whatever. And then I listened to it and I
Right.
was like, oh, that's the fucking song. Like, oh yeah, so I love it. It's great. Best track released this week. So
Yeah, dude.
10 out of
The
10.
the funny part was, so this came up. I didn't realize that it was a Mariah Carey cover until I started listening to it, and I
Right.
was like,
Wait a
"Why do I
second.
know? Why do I know this song?"
Right.
And then I looked it up, and I
Mhm.
was like, "Oh shit!" But
Yeah.
was unaware of who Your Broken Hero was
Yeah,
until
I've
I
never heard of him.
saw the picture. This guy, so he has a video series called "Felt Emo Might Delete." I've sent you one of his videos before
Yeah.
that featured Spencer Chamberlain in it,
Right.
but he does a lot of
Oh.
real he does a lot of really
Yeah.
funny videos.
Okay.
Yeah. This guy is like the like he's like the ultimate he's like the king of content, dude. Because I was doing a little bit of research. Apparently, if you go to his website, emosnotdead.com,
Okay.
it covers all of his shit. He's got merchandise,
Right.
all which is pretty cool. He's got all these like videos with pretty popular people in the metal and emo community.
Yeah.
Um, he actually has this cruise that I just found out about today called the Emo's Not Dead Cruise.
Oh.
It goes it goes from Miami to Costa Maya, Mexico, uh, th- this January.
Okay.
And dude,
This
playing
is a
on the
lineup.
cruise,
Uh-huh.
dude, The Used,
Yeah.
Under Oath, Story of the Year, August Burns Red, Senses Fail, Dance Gavin Dance, Mom Jeans, Silverstein, Devil Wears Prada, Hot Mulligan, in Berlin, We the Kings, Escape to Fate, Hawthorne Heights,
Maylene.
Copeland, Maylene and the Sons of Disasters, State Champs,
Uh,
Spitalfield, and then a couple bands I hadn't heard of, Knuckle Puck and
okay.
Daisy Grenade. And
Knucklepuck
then
is pretty
it looks
good.
like we got a feature by Your Broken Hero. We got a band called Aaron Gillespie and Friends.
Yeah.
I would be excited to see what that
Right.
is. Probably little super group action or something. Um, and then Reclaim the Fallen. But dude, I want to go. I want to go on this cruise real bad. Actually,
Yeah. Let's.
it's probably expensive.
Yeah. Oh yeah. Yeah, my buddy tried to get me to go on the Jay and Silent Bob like Cruise Askew, I think it was called. But it's all just
Yeah,
View Askew universe stuff. Um, basic ass like rooms in the middle of the ship, no windows, no nothing. Was
yeah.
like $2,000 per person. I can't afford that. This is probably gonna
No
be
way.
even more. I'm gonna go ahead and just sign up real quick and see what the hell's going on so we can get like a uh
Oh,
little
you gotta
information.
start a reservation.
Yeah.
Man, that sucks. But dude, yeah, this is a pretty sick tour. But yeah, this
Right.
guy, I still don't even know his name, but
Matt, I
his
think. Matt
okay.
something. I see it attached
His,
to everything, so it's probably
his merchandise is pretty sweet. I'm not gonna lie. His shit's a little expensive, but it's pretty good. It looks like shirts are right about $35, which is a little too high for me. And then just a basic pullover hoodie with a front print is $80. I don't know that I'm not spending that. We all know that I'm not spending that,
Right.
but it's cool merch. He apparently has Emo's Not Dead coffee as well. If you like paying too much money for
Yeah,
coffee with
right.
nice logos on it. Um,
Okay, so I got signed up. There are only single guests on the family balcony. Those are the only tickets. That everything else is sold out. It is $4,170 for a ticket.
nope,
Right.
not even close.
That's with taxes and fees, so that's your out the door price.
Nope, we're not even
Fuck
close.
that. I'm all right. Jesus.
I will have a kick ass party in my living room and listen to this shit on
Yeah.
YouTube.
For a
Don't
fraction of the
care.
price. Exactly. Right.
Absolutely. But anyways, if it were priced appropriately, that would be a pretty cool event.
Right. Exactly.
Crazy that it's almost sold
Exactly.
out.
I think they've had it announced for a while because I remember seeing posts about it before on like Instagram, Facebook, and shit like that. So there's the Headbangers Cruise too. I've been seeing that. They've been doing that for a couple years. I think that's set up by Randy Blythe and Lamb of God. I think.
Yeah.
I don't remember
Yeah.
exactly,
No, I
but
think you're right.
so
I think
which
you're right.
would be also cool, but that's for the old folks, who they're almost to retirement. They're like, I remember these guys from 25 years ago. So this one's a little bit more up our alley. But before we get too distracted, I'm going to go ahead and segue into a new album release that we just got by Caskets. It is called The Only Heaven You'll Know. Gotta be real. This album cover threw me off because I was expecting something a little heavier. It's not bad. It reminds me of Bad Omens a little bit,
Yep.
but that's all I can really say about it fairly. Like, it's a little operatic sometimes, super ballady. I just expected something a little bit heavier, and I did not receive that. So that loses a couple points for me for that reason, but
You don't like the trickery. You don't
no,
like
I
to be
don't.
fooled.
Exactly. I'm a cover
Yep.
judger, and
Yep.
I thought it was going to be great, and you lied to me, Caskets. How dare you? Go bad.
No,
Bad Caskets.
funny enough. So I've been seeing some shit about this
Mhm.
album on my Instagram feed, and
Okay.
there's a lot of hype behind this album. There were a lot of people that were like, "Oh my god, I can't wait!" And I think it's because they sound like Bad Omens.
Yeah.
Um, their logo, the font for their band name on this album, it looks like a Bad Omens president sleep token kind
Right.
of fucking vibe.
Exactly.
Um,
So they're just copping
so
steez over here, dude. They're fucking bunch of
I
weenies.
think I think so.
Right.
But I did enjoy I don't know if I would say I enjoyed it. The song Our Remedy had a pretty cool heavy part by featuring Make Them Suffer. We've
Uh-huh.
covered them before
Yeah.
on the show. Um that song was a little chaotic for me. It was a little all over the place, but the heavy part featuring them, which is pretty clear, was pretty good. I liked that. The song Closure actually was my favorite track on the album. It was a pretty cool like D-genty song, gent,
Gent.
little
Just say it
gent
normal,
gent
man.
gent.
Right.
I can't do it.
Just gent. The D is
Um,
silent. Come on.
it's not D gent 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 gent. Gent. You know what I'm saying? Anyways, that was my favorite track. Pretty genty.
Oh yeah.
And then Make Me a Martyr was another
That's
song that
that's
kind
the
of
song I kind of liked on there
yeah,
out of
kind of
all of them.
stood out.
Right.
Yeah. But otherwise, yeah, pretty boring,
Yeah.
pretty
Lackluster. Lax.
disappointing.
Luster. Yeah, for sure. Well, hey, what would you give it? I think I'm sitting more on like a 5, like a mid-range, like a 5.2, you know what I mean?
Out of 10,
Yeah.
yeah, I'd
Mid-range. It wasn't terrible, but
no, not something that I'm gonna go put on.
right.
Um, but not bad. If you're into
No.
that, it's
Cool. We're
good.
not here to judge. It's fine. We just think it's bad. That's all right. It's our opinion.
Yeah, we have terrible opinions.
That's what we're here for. We did get a track by a band I'm a pretty big fan of. I have now come to understand that you really don't listen to them at all, and I think you're wrong, Ryan, but Jimmy Eat World dropped a track, Failure. This one was also all right. Like I'm a Bleed American guy, and that
Yep.
definitely was a lot more upbeat, like a little bit
Yeah.
faster, you know what I mean? This kind of
Faster
falls
is the key.
exactly. This one kind of falls under what we were talking about last week with like Alkaline Trio. This isn't
Yeah.
acoustic by any means, but there's these,
It's
pop punk,
slow.
post punk like bands that have always been known for being a little bit quicker, you know what I mean? Like getting you on your feet, getting you excited. Go skate, go dance, go do something. This song makes me want to do none of those things. It makes me want to smoke some weed, which isn't a bad thing, and just kind of
Yeah.
chill, I'm not going to say it's depressing, but kind of, you know what I mean? It's just like the movie's over. Like this is an end credits song to a Michael Bay movie. You know what I mean? We had all this energy, all this action, all this shit going on, but hey, the end of the movie didn't work out the way we wanted it to, and they left a cliffhanger for part 2, and this is the song that's playing. You know what I mean? That's the vibe I get from this
Yeah.
one.
Yeah. You know what this track reminded me of? It was not what I expected. Cuz like you said, I expected more upbeat pop punk sound than
Right.
this, but it reminded me of a Weezer track.
A little bit. There's a band I'm about to list that you will have no idea who they are. Um, they were the band that did a lot of the soundtrack for this anime, Fooly Cooly. The band was The Pillows. They just recently stopped making music, and it made me so sad. But that song reminded me of The Pillows a lot, and I love The Pillows because they got a nice range of music and everything. But it's just like a coming of age, like you're discovering yourself kind of thing. You're like fucking 13, and things don't make sense. That's just the vibe I got. You know what I mean? It's prepubescent angst. That's what the song reminded me of. And there's a bunch of like 40, 50-year olds writing that. Like, come on, get over
Yeah,
it.
right.
What do you mean failure? You guys succeeded. You're fucking popular. You know what I
Yeah,
mean?
grow up.
Grow up. Come on. Get over it. It's
Yeah.
about how I feel.
Yeah. I agree with you on all fronts. This song was fine
It
and
was a
nothing
failure.
more.
It was, in
I,
fact.
I wasn't gonna say it, but I'll let
Right.
you say it.
That's fine. Next up, we've got a track by the band Nothing. I have never heard these guys before, but I'm kind of a fan. Now, this correlates a little bit into, I mean, it's not slow at all. It's a little industrial. I like that drum and bass.
Yeah.
A little bit of like some Trent Reznor. There's this band or this artist, Assemblage 23. He's a little more synthy, but like, it's drum and bass. But it's conflicting. You got that quicker. You know, and then the
Yeah.
vocals, like the guy's just drawing everything out. So like, it's conflicting on itself, but in like a yin yangy kind of way. And I think that's really cool. I
Yeah.
don't know how you felt
So
about it.
So, well, I put this on here because I'm actually acquaintances with one of the band members.
Oh,
Um,
cool.
the so this band, first off, I agreed with you. I did get industrial and very heavy shoegazy vibes from
Yeah.
this, which is no different than some of their other music. But yeah, their guitarist Doyle Martin is a longtime friend of mine. We actually went to middle school together.
Oh,
Uh, he played in a lot of bands in my local scene, and obviously we knew each other from that.
right.
We worked together for a while at a couple different places, honestly.
Okay.
And yeah, he kind of blew up with his band Cloakroom, and then because of the similar shoegazy vibes, he
Right.
managed to join Nothing.
Okay.
But yeah, this song was pretty good. I wouldn't, no offense, but yeah, I wouldn't like go back and listen to this a ton, but it is got a cool vibe. It does fit certain scenarios.
Right.
Um, but yeah, I've been listening to this band for a little while. Before he joined the band. So it is funny that he ended up joining the band. But
Hell
this
yeah.
band Cloakroom's pretty good. They're just a little they're a lot more chill than what I'm used to. We all know that
Right.
I like to pump it up a little
Exactly. You got to pump it up. Right. Yeah.
bit.
You're a definite pumper,
But
dude.
yeah, I check it out.
Hell yeah. I was a fan. I didn't know that. That's super cool, dude. I love that for you. That you got some personal not investment, but in that kind of track and everything. So
Yeah.
it's really cool. This one, I keep saying it. Like I'm super excited. This one's the best one. This one is the best one. The best release we've had this week. Granted, it's a re-release, so that's fine. But I just saw these guys some weeks ago. Northlane just dropped a remaster, I'm gonna say, of their album Node, which I think was their first album with their current vocalist. They had a different one. I forgot his name during their first days. I think the first couple albums, I want to say.
Yeah.
They had yeah, Singularity and Discoveries. They
The
had
the
vocalists,
albums
and
that
then
I
on No,
like.
right. And then Node comes out, and I think they split vocals on that one. And then after that, Mesmer, Analog, Future, Alien, which is honestly my favorite album. That was all this vocalist. Yeah, they just remastered it, so I'm assuming they could just bring some things together. It wasn't a bad album when they first had it. Like, it's still got super great replayability. And it sounded awesome to me. But this one just expands on the music, cleans up the vocals a little bit, and really pushes forth the sound that they've been trying to put out since that like Node Mesmer days. I think that what they were originally thinking they couldn't do back then, but now they've got years of experience under their belt. They're a little bit more synth heavy. Um it's just a great album. I've been listening to Rot a lot recently. Because that was my favorite song. It's like the single on the album, and it just sounds
Yeah,
so good. So did you get a chance to listen to this one?
I did. So I was not aware of the original album,
Okay.
but this kind of brought it to my attention. And I had to do a little bit of research because when I see Reloaded, I automatically thought that it was a remix track
Right.
album.
Right.
And then especially given the fact that they ended all the tracks with the exe
Right.
file
Yeah.
on each thing, it also screamed remix album.
Yeah.
So I started listening to it and I was like, this is weird because it doesn't really sound like a remix.
Right.
And then the I kind of played the tracks side by side so that I could see what the differences were, and it is just a re-recording. It looks like from the 10-year anniversary of this album,
Uh-huh.
and it definitely sounds better. It
It's
definitely beefs up
cleaner. It
the
exactly
tone.
beefier, all that, right?
Yep, it does. It makes it heavier for sure. And it just cleans it up, makes it sound a little more professional, and I thought it was good.
Hell yeah. Well, I'm glad that you're starting to get into these guys a little bit. I was so upset for the longest time. This is a band I've been following since the Singularity days. Like I've been listening to them for a really long time, and because they're from Australia, it's been hard to get them over here into the States, visas, passports, shit like that.
Yeah,
They were going to be playing, I'm pretty sure, at Louder Than Life something some years ago. But because of those issues, like maybe a month or something before the actual festival, they had to drop their appearance from there. So I missed out on that opportunity, and I've just been trying to like follow them and see when is the next time. When is the next time? Finally came up with that like Moss to Flames and Wind Waker show. And when I told Kat about it, I was like, we have to go. Like we can see no other show, but this year we have to go to that. And we did, and it was beautiful. I absolutely loved it.
oh yeah,
And I was talking about this last week, I'm pretty sure, but that was the time Chris from like Moss Flames was being all "Ugh."
yeah,
And they
being a
definitely
bitch.
right, that's what I'm saying. That definitely saved the night because I'm pretty sure Kat was ready to walk out of there. I'm like, just give us some time. The following band is going to be absolutely fucking great. You're going to love them, and she did. She's like, yeah, they made the whole night better. So that was
Oh yeah,
very exciting. Um, before I continue or so I can stop fangirling real quick. I'm gonna go ahead and segue into the next track. Uh, we had Body Snatcher release a song, "Blade Between the Teeth." Um, it's all right. It's cool. This kind of falls under, for me at least. I'm not gonna say it sounds exactly the same as some of these other black metal, death metal, but it just gives me Whitechapel vibes, which is cool. I love those guys, but I don't know. Maybe if they played it at a show, I'd get into it, but I just
yeah,
can't really get into black metal, death metal, speed metal, all that stuff when I'm at home. Like it's to me, it's better listened to live. You got the rest of the crowd with you. Let's get that fucking circle pit going. You know what I mean? That's what I'm into. But if I'm at home, I'm
yeah,
not washing dishes to this. I'm not vacuuming. I'm not just hanging out listening to music while I'm on the couch, video gaming. Like it's just I don't know. That's how I feel. It's not a bad track. It's just not my cup of tea, I guess.
well, I definitely will listen to this
I
at
know you
home.
would.
Not,
You're fucking mowing
not
out there,
this.
dude. Fucking
Yep,
right.
tough, tough
Right.
as fuck.
Exactly.
No, I wasn't super into this track myself. It was cool. It was heavy. Um, Kind of reminded me of like old Acacia Strain.
A little bit.
Um, it was fine. I I didn't love it, but it wouldn't piss me off if it came on a playlist.
Right.
That's
Oh,
better.
hell yeah. Nice. We've got an album by Agnostic Front, Echoes in Eternity. I think you were really excited about this, huh?
I was.
Hell yeah.
These
Uh,
guys are hardcore OGs, dude.
okay. I feel like they've popped on playlists of mine, but I
Yeah,
can't
they're. I
can't
mean,
say for certain.
they definitely give off like dad hardcore. Like if you're
Yeah, I was
dad,
gonna say I'm listening to the song "Tears for Everyone," and
Yeah.
it kind of reminds me of Suicidal a little bit, like Lights Camera Revolution. You know what I mean? When
Yeah.
Rob joined the band, that's a vibe I'm getting, and I'm a fan for sure. So
Yeah. If your
research a little bit,
dad is from New York and
right?
has like a couple bicep tattoos and wears
Right.
basketball jerseys a lot,
This was the
he
band that
probably
started
listened
him,
to this.
right?
Yeah, back in the day. But this album is pretty classic hardcore record.
Yeah,
Um, I loved that most of the songs were under 2 minutes long, so it was pretty quick listen to.
right,
Um, but yeah, fucking Matter of Life and Death was a banger. Pretty powerful. Uh, Tears for Everyone. Just made me want to fucking start a circle pit in my living
hell
room,
yeah,
throw some shit around. Art of Silence was an awesome song. But I mean, it there weren't really a lot of songs that like stood out, but it's
right.
just a classic
It's just a
fucking New
good
York
album so
hardcore
far.
album.
I've heard about 4 or 5 songs from it.
Yeah.
Um, yeah, it's a little municipal wasty. You know what I mean? It's pretty
It's
good.
what Municipal Waste fucking inspired to be, for
Right.
sure.
Exactly. Solid. I'm liking it. I'm gonna have to listen to this a little bit more later because I'm starting to get into it a little bit.
He's in
Uh
it.
I'm in it, man.
There's
Uh
older. I'll have to tell you about some older records to listen to by them.
hell yeah. Do you have any on vinyl?
I don't have any on vinyl,
Oh, okay.
unfortunately.
All right. That's fine. We'll just have to I'll get a couple. We'll listen to them. We'll spin them for sure. Speaking of vinyls, if you don't mind me just keeping the mic for a second, I did just recently get a new purchase that I would love to just share with everybody, to all our video listeners. If you guys are into any like fuzzy, doomy, stoner fucking rock or anything, I just picked up Doom Wop by Rickshaw Billy's Burger Patrol. Some
Hell yeah.
classic Texas fucking buzz, dude. Sick. Um, we got the t-shirt. I got a cat a t-shirt. Yeah, keeping it well and alive. So, let's
Hell
go
yeah.
ahead and get into artist news though before I once again fangirl over those guys because that's all I've been listening to this week. We got an announcement, a release by Husker Du, and this Husker does not disappoint. They released a restoration of a live set on January 30th, 1985 in Minneapolis. It is called 1985, The Miracle Year. It's a 4 disc vinyl set with a 36-page book about the history of the making of Husker Du, and it is available on Bandcamp for purchase. I listened to Husker Du a little bit, enough to like know who they are, you know what I mean? But nothing to
Yeah.
be like a master of Husker Du. Um, but classic, kind of punk. Best way I can describe it, I can see
I'm
them
gonna
playing with Agnostic Front a little bit.
oh yeah, for sure.
Right.
Um Before we get too far, I will correct you before you sound like a noob. It's
Okay.
actually Husker Du.
Husker Du. Okay. I'm
Husker Du.
sorry.
It's okay. I just didn't want another Samhain
Yeah.
scenario
Right.
to show up.
Exactly. It's all right. I'm pronouncing it like
But
I
yeah,
would in Minnesota. Husker Du.
Husker Du.
Husker Du. I Husker
Yeah,
don't
these
know how
guys.
to. They're pretty good.
If you're into the Minutemen or Black
Hmm.
Flag or Minor Threat or Fugazi, these
Right.
guys are right up your fucking alley for
Right.
sure, dude.
Yeah, I pulled up an article, but oh my god, there's so many words on this thing. Um, this guy's just talking about the visceral power of it's a lot weapons grade force at Bob Mold's guitar detonates with weapons grade force. So I don't know. This is on the quietest. It was Yeah, just a release literally about this. So I guess this guy got a press copy and was like, dude, sings it or states a lot of things pretty well, describes it all nicely. So
All right.
definitely have to get a little bit more into these guys. They definitely pop on my punk playlist. My Fugazi when I'm playing, Um fuck, what was his other Minor Threat, Descendants, all that. They show
Yeah.
up, but I've never sat down to really just listen to them, and I need to change that. So
Yeah. Yeah, I like them. They pop on my rotation depending on if I'm feeling that 80s punk kind
right,
of vibe, I'll throw them on for sure.
right.
I was looking at this Bo Sorensen that restored the set.
Uh
This
huh.
guy is he's a producer. Apparently he's worked with Death Cab for Cutie. He's worked
Okay.
with Taylor Swift, Super Chunk, Noah Khan. Uh, Probably more than that, but those are the big ones that's listed here on his Wikipedia page. But I don't really know much about him other than that.
Right.
It doesn't. It seems like he's just worked with a lot of different bands,
Hell yeah.
so he's not intentionally punk rock or anything. I don't know, but he seems to have done a fine job with this record because I
Right.
listened to a little bit of it and it sounds pretty good.
It sounds super for like a live kind of thing. It
Yeah,
sounds super clean.
yeah. I wish I could afford this fucking 4 vinyl box set.
How much is it?
That would definitely be a cool thing to have.
Right.
Let's see. Well, it doesn't cost
Oh,
anything because it's
it's
sold
sold
out.
out. Exactly. I just saw that.
Yep. Who knows what it would have costed, but the 2 disc CD is $25. It's not too bad.
Yeah. Right.
Looks like you get unlimited streaming of it on Bandcamp in FLAC for free with the purchase as well.
Nice.
So that's pretty cool. Um, and you get the little booklet. So
Right.
I mean that's one of the cooler parts about it. I
There
think.
is another website you may be able to get it from. Let's see.
You're looking at Numero Group.
Yeah, it is not available. It's sold out on there too.
Yeah,
Hundred
I've never.
bucks. That's not bad.
Yeah,
25
that's not
bucks.
bad for 4.
Right.
But I'm not spending that kind of money on a live
Exactly.
set.
Yeah. I
Um,
don't know if it
you
comes
know,
if it gets re-released, I might drop 100 bucks on it just so I can get the full experience. You know what I mean?
yeah. I mean, you know what? That's honestly when I first started collecting vinyl. That was kind of the way that I did it. I wouldn't buy just anything. I would buy things that were special or that I knew that you weren't going to be able to get again,
Okay.
or like had 100 pressings ever.
Exactly.
I'd get those short term, first pressing things,
Right. Record
and
store
they just felt
day, shit like that.
yeah, not necessarily that, but
Okay.
like if I could get it from a band first pressing in small quantities, I would do it
Gotcha.
because makes it feel more special.
Right. Hell yeah.
Um, in other news, we got some pretty heavy representation in the rock and metal community,
Yes.
nominated in the Grammys. Um, First of all, I've never really paid attention to the Grammys,
Me neither.
other than obviously this time of year when, in recent years, some cooler artists have been nominated and won. Um, so that's pretty exciting. Uh, I didn't realize that they released the nominees so early before
Yeah,
the
we were kind
actual
of talking
award
about
show.
that. That seems I mean, that's cool. At least we can have that like expectation, but I feel like they're probably doing that just to get us excited about the Grammys because who the hell watches TV anymore? You know what I mean? Like for
I'm still not
boomers,
going to
dude.
watch it.
You know what I mean? Right. I
Yeah.
don't know.
I'm
There's
still not going to watch it.
I feel like Mastodon when they got nominated and won, I think for something on Blood Mountain, uh,
Yeah,
Circle of Sasquatch. I think I watched their performance, but that was about it. And this was like 5 years after the fact. And I was like, oh shit, cool. Let's see how they performed it. And that was cool, I
yeah,
guess, but it's not something I want to be like, we have to watch it live. Like, I really couldn't give a fuck. But it's cool that we're getting the representation in more of a normal, uh, like a zeitgeisty thing. You know what I mean? Normies can
yeah.
see what we listen to. They can listen to that now. So that's pretty
Right.
cool to me.
There
It's
definitely
getting
seems like a
normalized.
lot of that going on right now, which
Hmm.
is good. But yeah, some
Right.
of the bands that were relevant to our topic today that were featured: Dream Theater, Ghost, Spirit Box, Sleep Token, Turnstile, Deftones, Linkin Park, Youngblood, Haley Williams, and Nine Inch Nails, to
It's a
name
solid
a
list.
few.
Right.
Yeah, I think it was pretty cool.
Yeah.
But only time will tell if any of them win. I
Exactly.
think I think last year we saw, didn't Gojira win for their performance at the Olympics?
I believe so. Yes.
Yeah, which was, that's pretty fucking sweet because
Right.
Gojira rocks.
Yeah. Wasn't it at the Grammys that reporter confused Courtney from Spirit Box for
Yep,
Poppy?
with Poppy. Yep, I
Right.
think so.
Right. I thought that was funny. But yeah, it's good to see Spirit Box back on the list. In other
Yep.
news, I'm sure some of us have seen this. Kat told me about it, and I'm like, "What the hell are you talking about?" And then I watched it and was like, "Oh, that's kind of hard." Ignacia Fernandez,
Oh,
a
nice
model.
pronunciation.
Thank you. I think Miguel would be super proud of me. I'm gonna test it on
I
Wednesday.
doubt it.
Yeah, probably. Um, But yeah, a 27-year-old model and also death metal vocalist for the band Decessus performed one of her songs during the semifinals of the Miss World Chile 2025 competition. We just got breaking news earlier that she won and is now moving on to the finals.
No, she
Uh,
won the finals. She
oh,
is
she
Miss
won the
World.
finals. Okay.
She
You
is
typed it
Miss
out really
World
weird.
Chile.
Right.
I did.
Okay. You did. It's your fault.
It's because I just found out about it.
I know, it's fine. We're super excited. She won the
Yeah,
finals. She will be probably bringing
Miss
out another
World
song next
Chile.
year with Miss World or Miss Universe or whatever next
Yeah.
year. So I don't know. I was looking it up a little bit and there was some people were thinking that she either wasn't or she was just trying to find some clout or something, but it was like she was lip syncing, like she wasn't actually singing and screaming. And like, I gotta say, in this kind of situation, who gives a shit? Like, you got
Yeah.
the whole rest of this competition to deal with and everything. Like, give the girl some
I
fucking
did.
room to breathe. You know what I mean? I watched the video and yeah, she probably was lip syncing. I'll be completely real. Like, the vocals she was pulling out
Maybe.
in the song, I don't know. Like, I can't scream, so I don't know
Maybe.
exactly how that works, but it just kind of seemed like a
I
little.
mean,
There wasn't as much
have you
power
ever
as breath.
watched have you ever watched Will Ramos or like Alex Terrible scream? Like they don't, when they're like sitting in front of a microphone in a
Uh-huh.
studio,
Right.
they're not like straining by any means because they know how to do the vocals. That could be
Right.
the case here.
Yeah. Right.
Um, but I didn't see anybody specifically come out and accuse her of doing this, but there were a lot of people that were like, I can't believe that she can do these vocals without doing the angry metal face or anything, which would make sense if you
Right.
were lip syncing.
Right. So
But
who knows? But also who
I don't care.
fucking cares? This is
I don't
super
care.
cool. Get over it.
I thought the performance was sweet.
Exactly. So hell yeah, we'll get to see a little follow up next year. See how that
Yeah,
goes.
I thought the performance was sweet. I liked the just guitarist. It was just her and a guitarist.
Right.
Like I thought that was pretty cool.
Yeah, the guitar he's
But yeah,
playing, dude, he's fucking shredding, dude.
yeah, and she is quite a looker. I'm not gonna lie.
Yeah, that's fair. So hell yeah.
So yeah,
All right.
this is pretty cool. Pretty
Let's
cool
go.
representation.
Right.
Um, but yeah, anyways, in other news, we talked about the release of Trivium's Struck Dead EP, I think last week, maybe the week before. Either way, um, there was just an interview for I can't remember who it was. It was some sort of drum magazine or drum whatever. They did an interview with Alex Bent, the old drummer of Trivium, who just left the band. Apparently, he stated some pretty um, sad things about the record that end up, you know, kind of turning good, I suppose. But
Right.
we found out why he left the band. He states that while recording the EP with the band, he was bouncing back and forth from the studio uh, to the NICU, the neonatal intensive care unit. Apparently, his newborn daughter had a lot of complications going on and had to be revived a couple times. So, pretty stressful time in anyone's life. But him specifically, while in the recording studio, having to do his job, probably pretty hard. But in quotes, he states, "When I listen back to these songs, I'm like, man, it just weighs really heavy on me because it takes me back to trying to balance all of this stuff. But at the end of the day, I'm really happy with the way the EP came out. And yeah, like I said, my heart and soul is poured into it, man. And I would have to agree. This is some pretty impressive drumming on this EP.
Right.
Specifically in the opening track towards the end. I think I talked about it when it
Yeah.
came out. Uh, Super excited me to hear, and I was kind of upset that he wasn't with the band anymore because I would love to see how this transcends into the future. But maybe in due time he'll be back with the band. We don't know.
Right. Yeah.
Either way, the kick-ass drummer Alex Rudinger will be filling in for the time being, and that dude rocks. So I'm not upset about that either.
I'm excited either way to see what comes out because now I'm a Trivium guy. So newly formed. I'm sold. See how it goes. So do you think he only recorded the drums for what they have on this EP so far, and then everything else is gonna be Rudinger after this?
Well, I mean, as we've seen right now, it sounds like Rudinger is not like an official replacement in the band. I
Okay.
think he's just the stand-in for the tours that they have booked.
Right. Okay.
Um, I don't know. I think it's hard to say whether or not if Trivium is as cool as I think they are,
Right.
um, this EP, none of these tracks will be on their future album, because I fucking will go on a rant for a second, but I hate it when
Feel free.
people put out an EP and then put out an album a year and a half later with the same fucking tracks from the EP. Don't
Right.
do that. Don't
Exactly.
do that. Write
Come on.
new fucking songs. It's
Exactly.
2 to 3 tracks. Just write new fucking songs.
Right. All right. Yeah. Go
Um,
off, King.
you
Hell.
selfish fools.
Right.
But yeah, either way, um, who's to say? Only time will tell. I would
Exactly.
say that if Alex and Trivium kind of vibe well together, he could potentially go on to be the next drummer of the band, but who knows?
When did Rudinger leave Whitechapel? Do you know?
That I don't know.
Oh,
I want to say he was with them for the Saw is the Law.
okay.
But I specifically know him from his days in the Faceless,
Okay.
um, which I'm not sure if you listen to them at all.
Kind of.
But
We've
they
brought
were
them
pretty
up on
popular.
here, yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, they were pretty popular back when I was in high school with all the other MySpace deathcore kind of bands, but they're let's see. They're
Well, it looks like Rudiger was only a session and touring drummer from like 2019 to 2022.
okay.
So that would have fallen under, yeah, the Valley, Hin, and then that's it.
Yeah, there you go.
So not too long, and yeah, just a tour filling for somebody, you know.
Yeah, I also think after doing a little bit more research here, it looks like Rudiger was never actually the drummer of the Faceless. Probably went on some tours with them, I would assume.
Okay.
It says 2013 to 2014.
Yeah.
But there were no albums made in that time, so just touring. But the Faceless was a mess of a band. Their vocalist and guitarist, the founding member of the band, was like a notorious heroin addict who fucked people over all the time. So,
Damn.
yeah.
I will say it looks like he is a current member of Light the Torch, which is Howard Jones's band.
Oh, that's pretty cool.
So that is really fucking cool. He joined in
Light
21, so pretty
Light the
recently.
Torch. Is that Howard Jones's project with that YouTuber Jared Dines too?
No, it doesn't look like Jared's attached to
Or-
that.
Okay.
I don't see that. They used
Cuz
to be Devil You Know.
that was their project together.
So there's this Francesco and John Sankey. Started jamming in 2012. Started recording in 13. Finished recording. Let's see. When did Howard join? So he was. It looks like he was an original member. Signed a Nuclear Blast.
Yeah, it
Down.
looks like Light the Torch used to be called Devil You Know.
Right. Yeah. And then
Yeah.
they switched to Light the Torch, and they didn't really explain it. Oh, legal issues surrounding Sankey's departure. So one of the original guys, and then he wanted to claim part of the copyright, so they just changed the name and called it a day. Which we were talking about this some weeks ago with fucking who was it? Tim's band. As They Lay Dying.
As LA Dying?
Just
Yeah.
make a new name. Just make a new band. Like call it a day. You know what I mean? Right.
Oh, no, here it is. Oh, wait, no. I don't Oh, here it is. It says in 2021 Jones joined heavy metal YouTuber Jared Dines um and producer Haram Hernandez to produce The Blade as a part of a new project called Scion. Don't have any information about that. And then the other Howard Jones project was Burn Eternal that has yet to be released um, with Adam D from Killswitch.
Oh yeah. And a possible solo album
So
that was announced in July of this year. So hell yeah, Howard, get it, dude. I love you, man. You're so great.
yeah,
Keep it up.
he's a dog.
I know. It was really sad when I got to see Kill Switch. It was the OG vocalist, and he's still great. You know, I have nothing against him, but I started with Kill Switch um during the Howard Jones era, so that just holds a special place in my heart.
I
Let's see what
did
else he's
listen to
got cooking.
them before Howard joined the band.
Okay.
I think it's Fixation on the Darkness or Fixation on Darkness by Killswitch is with their
Uh-huh.
original vocalist Jesse Leach. And that song is awesome.
Hell yeah.
But yeah, I love both vocalists. They're both awesome.
Hell yeah.
But we got a little tour announcement.
We do. Some getting off track. Thanks, bud. The Descendants have announced a tour with Frank Turner and the Sleeping Souls, as well as No Bro. And I love this full circle fucking schedule that they have going on. They're starting off here in our home state of Michigan at GLC Live in Grand Rapids on February 13th. It is ending on March 15th in Chicago at the Salt Shed. Starting to become one of our favorite venues, huh? I think you
I,
had a pretty good
I
time
like,
going there.
yeah, I like it. It's I gotta say, it's
Tell me about it. Yeah.
as far as amenities go, this place is
Okay.
great. Pretty pretty close off the highway.
Right.
Um, pretty. I mean, so in and out. Going out was a little rough, but going into the show,
Did you guys
pretty
stay for the
easy.
whole set? Like last
Oh yeah,
song, you
yeah,
guys were going. Okay,
yeah,
gotcha.
yeah.
Oh, it was Lorna Shore, of course. We couldn't tear you away if we tried.
Nope. I stayed through the encore
Hell yeah,
till the last minute.
nice.
But yeah, it was a mess getting out of there. But either way, amenities wise, a lot of bars. The views were really good. I'm excited to
Okay,
see an outdoor set there because the outdoor area looked pretty cool. Had a lot of like concession stand, like different restaurants and stuff out there.
okay.
So that was pretty cool. Um, yeah, and just I don't know, the whole vibe of the place is pretty cool. So if there's a remotely cool show at the Salt Shed, I will entertain it, such
Hell
as
yeah,
the Descendants, who I like a lot.
exactly. I've never heard of the other guys, but seeing
Me neither.
this band No Bro, like their name, all I can think of is, excuse me, whiskey burps. Uh, Muscle Man from Regular Show. Oh no, bro. That's all I can think.
Yeah.
It's great. But I will actually be at Salt Shed this Friday to see the Mars Volta. It sounds like it's
Oh
gonna
yeah, dude.
be like a playthrough of their most recent album. I haven't really heard a lot of. Uh, Holy fuck. Um, the album art looks cool. It's a moon. The album name is Lucro Sucio Los Ojos del Vacío.
All right.
I don't know. We'll see. Hopefully they play some hits that I can pronounce and remember. But yeah, I just love those guys. But
I'm sure it's going to be a pretty cool show.
exactly.
I must admit I'm not. I can appreciate the Mars Volta. I'm not a huge fan. I'm
Right.
more of a fan of At the Drive-In.
Right.
So if I could see them, I would be able to sing and
Hmm.
whatnot. At the Mars Volta,
Right.
I'm not going to know much other than shit off their first album. But even still, I'm not going to be able to sing along. But I bet you it's a fucking cool show
Oh
regardless.
yeah. That's what I'm excited for. Yeah. Even if they just only play songs from the new album, I'm not gonna know shit, but I can vibe. You know what I mean? I can count time signatures and bop. You know what I mean?
The
Um,
cool part about this place actually is that they sell THC seltzer cocktails.
I'm driving that
So
night, so that's probably not gonna happen for me. But
but Kat will enjoy this. Maybe.
unfortunate news. I'm going well, unfortunate and fortunate. I'm actually going with my brother now.
Oh,
Without getting into Kat's business too much. She's got something going
yeah.
on that will prevent her from going to the show.
All
But
right.
yeah, so instead of wasting the tickets or trying to sell them, she's just like, "Hey, I can't make it, so why don't you go and invite somebody?" I was gonna invite you, but I figured it'd be hard to get us both off on a Friday, and
Yeah.
yeah, I
I'm about to
know.
have a I'm about to have a weekend off soon.
Oh
I'm
hell
actually
yeah.
going up north to my grandmother's for
Mm.
a family Christmas weekend, which
Ooh,
seems weird
okay.
because it's pretty early.
Yeah,
but
right.
it's the only time the whole family could get together.
Nice. All right. So yeah, I ended up inviting my brother. So, and he's pretty close. He's in Bolingbrook. So, I'll have
Nice.
to. I'm gonna link up with him. We're gonna go see the Mars Volta, and that's he. Can't really say he's a huge fan. I mean, we listened to some of their earlier albums together, and then he kind of fell off. I didn't, and here we are. So it's gonna be a great time. I also
Yeah.
haven't been to a show with my brother since February when we went and saw Callous Cowboys, Chiodo, Samir, that
Yeah.
All's Well That Ends Well 20th anniversary tour that they've been doing that
Yep.
they have a part 2 of now.
Yep.
And I thought it was hilarious. Did I tell you what I saw? So another segue, and then we'll go ahead and get back on topic. But when we were at that show, seeing Chiodos, Craig had like a fucking throne set up on the stage. And between every song, well, for one thing, when he first came out, he had like a flowy white like shirt on, and like the fans are blowing, and he's like, "Look at me, I'm fucking Craig Owens," and I'm like, "Who is this, Jared Leto?" Yelled it out in the crowd. A couple
uh,
people looked back at me, and they were like, "What the fuck?" And I'm like, "Look at this fucking guy."
yeah. What a chooch.
Right, exactly. So I just thought that was funny, but
That is pretty funny.
yeah, we do have a
We
great
got a hell
new
of a segment for you.
segment. Yeah, dude, you spent a lot of time on this.
Yeah.
Um,
So
yeah,
funny enough, we had the release of the Grammys. And Tyler and I both thought it was cool that there was so much representation here. And obviously, in February, we'll get to actually talk about who's going to win
right.
um, and whatnot. But we figured that right now, we're going to bring to you what we call the Riffies. So we're going to
I'm
go
I'm
through the
pretty excited about
categories.
this. This is gonna be awesome.
I am also excited about it. Unfortunately, we're just going to use the songs and artists that have been nominated for the Grammys, but we'll talk about them. And Tyler and I are each going to give you our choice of winner for each category. We have 6 categories here that kind of fall into our topics here. We got best rock performance, we got best metal performance, we got best rock song, best rock album, best alternative music performance, and best alternative music album. So this should be a good one, and I'm just gonna get right into it. I'll list off the songs. We can kind of bicker back and forth about them, and then we'll decide which one we're picking as the winner. So to start, this one is for best rock performance. The nominees are the song "You Should Not Be Doing That" by Emil and the Sniffers. We got The Emptiness Machine by Linkin Park. We got Never Enough by Turnstile. We got I don't know how to pronounce this. Can you help me out here, Tyler?
Mirtazapine.
There you go. Mertezapine by Haley Williams. We got Changes live from Villa Park, Back to the Beginning by Youngblood. And that's featuring a handful of artists. One that I specifically know is Two, the drummer of Sleep Token. What do
I
you
was
think,
looking at
Tyler?
that and like real quick, I just gotta say, I was looking at that. And I thought you mistyped something. I'm like, ill, ill what? Like makes sense. You don't know Nuno Betancourt, dude?
What's
You got
that?
to know him. Nuno Betancourt, dude.
Maybe,
He's like a guitar guy.
maybe.
You're a drummer, so that's fine. It's not bad.
I know who Adam Wakeman is.
I don't.
He,
So you got that over
he
me.
was he was a guitarist for Ozzy Osbourne back in the
Okay.
day. Okay. Um, he's just a guitar guy, huh? No real. Okay, founded rock bands Mourning Widows, Drama Gods, and Satellite Party. I have to say, I have no idea
Okay.
who this guy is.
He joined Roast to Fame. He was in Extreme.
Okay. Yeah,
Let's see.
I'm not familiar.
Okay, he's one of those like guitar guys like Yngwie and
Okay.
Tosin, and
Yeah, and
um,
then Frank Bello is the bassist of Anthrax.
yes,
So that was a fucking hell of a lineup. Um,
but yeah,
First
either way,
off,
yeah.
are you familiar with all of these tracks?
Somewhat. I have no idea who Amel and the Sniffers are, so I had to listen to that. I love Haley
Yep.
Williams. She's always a bop.
Yeah.
Turnstile, yes. Linkin Park, I kind of agree with you. I'm on the side of just make a new fucking band, guys. So
Yeah.
I have
I
heard that
have heard
song.
this song.
Yeah, it's
Yeah.
popped on, playlists and stuff. And I actually did not get a chance to listen to Youngblood's version of Changes.
Okay.
I did not watch the Back to the Beginning at all, and just haven't gone back to listen. I think I listened to Mastodon's cover. Um, Fuck, what song did they do? Do you remember?
I don't remember what song they
Okay.
did, to be honest with you.
It had but yeah, I didn't listen to that.
Well, I listened to all these except for I didn't listen to Linkin Park because
Okay.
I've heard the song
Supernaut.
once.
I'm sorry. Supernaut was the song
I
Mastodon did.
Okay, yep.
Yeah.
I love that song. Um yeah, Changes was amazing. He did a really
Okay.
good job. He got a lot of fucking street cred for this version of this song. I'm
Okay.
happy he put it out on his Spotify, so
Right.
you can stream that, check it out. It's a really good
I
cover.
just popped it on, and it sounds like Elton John to me, to be completely real. So
I mean, are you familiar with the original version?
no, not really.
Well, it's very Elton Johnish.
Okay. Hell yeah. All right. Well, I'm
um,
glad I picked up on that. That's great.
it's his ballad song. I mean,
Gotcha.
he obviously he's a rock and roller, but this one was like his
Uh huh.
slow like piano song.
Right.
But Youngblood does a really good job at it.
Hell yeah.
Great vocal range.
Okay.
I wasn't I haven't really listened to a whole lot of Haley Williams' new album, even though I do really like her work with Paramore.
Right.
But I did give this song a listen. I thought it was pretty good. Um, Turnstile, love this album, love this song. Linkin Park, not a big fan of it. Don't like them with their new vocalist.
Right.
Wish they would have just started a new band.
Exactly.
But yeah, not impressed by this song. Amel and the Sniffers. I had never heard of them. I thought it was weird that they were on this list. I did watch the music video. It
Okay.
was interesting. Uh, I I don't know. The music video was kind of funny. But she does this obnoxious dancing the whole entire time.
Okay.
That kind of puts me off.
Did you
I
see
thought the
the
song was
cover
fine.
to? Is
I
that
don't
the
think so.
album? Cartoon Darkness.
Let me see. Let me see.
Because you should.
I'm going to. I'm going there right now.
Good.
Cartoon Darkness. Okay. Trying to slipping some titty.
You know what? Classic rock fashion, dude.
Yep.
What is this? Motley Crue? Come on.
I like the flowered shirt. It's like a fucking polo shirt with flowers on it.
Yeah, right.
I also really like the combination of um two-toned hair with a long sleeve striped polo, short
Right.
shorts, and slides with long socks on.
Right.
That's a look.
Right.
That's a look. But yeah, I mean, I don't know. I haven't really listened to this band a whole lot, but I thought it was fine. It's something that I might look into.
Right. They got a good little vibe.
E-
I mean, they would. I'd listen to them in like if I'm listening to Spiritual Cramps or
yeah,
Frankie and the Witch Fingers, some Franz Ferdinand. Like that's the kind of vibe I get. You know what I mean? But
yeah, I agree. I've always been I've talked about them a few times, but that band Wet Leg from the UK
uh-huh.
uh got a female vocalist, kind of got the similar vibes.
Right.
But I definitely like Wet Leg a little better. Anyways, what are you thinking? What do you think? Who wins here? What do you think?
Uh, I think if I gotta guess what the Grammys are gonna win, what they're gonna vote
No,
for, it's gonna
I don't give a fuck what the
great. Okay,
Grammys are
this
gonna
is the
pick.
Riffies, dude. This is our thing. Exactly.
This
Fuck
is the
those old
Riffies. I don't
guys.
care what they're gonna pick.
Exactly. Right. We're here to
What do
change things
you
up.
think?
I would absolutely throw my vote in for Haley Williams. Honestly, I think it's a great song. Now this is a performance
That is
category,
the thing.
so I got to think about
I
that.
don't
And
I don't know what that means, like best performance, because like it doesn't when I went on the official Grammys website with these nominations,
uh-huh.
it doesn't specify like where these performances were, like if
Right.
there was a specific concert that these were, or if it's the music video
Right.
or what. Um, so I'm judging them when it says performance, I'm judging them based off the music
Yeah, I'm looking. I mean, the official like video or whatever that we can find, like pretty much every other track on this list has actual performances, videos, things that you
video.
can
Yeah,
correlate to it. But the only thing that's been released for it technically is an official visualizer, which just
yeah,
shows like
right.
a skyline and cars driving by. I did a
Correct.
little bit
That's
of a
what I
look,
watched.
and there's this video from July of Haley Williams and the Bleachers. I have where the fuck was it? Hold on. Newport Folk something. Pull it up a little bit more. Newport Folk Fest, 2025. And she's performing it there. It
Okay.
doesn't seem too bad. It's just a set
She's
though.
got
You know what I mean?
she's got a hell of a fucking voice,
Right.
and her live presence is awesome. She
That's what
does some
I'm saying.
pretty good dancing, pretty
She can
good
crip walk. She
crowd
was taught.
interaction.
She's officially licensed to crip walk, so I'm just throwing that out there. If I vote against her, then she's gonna send the boys against me. You know what I mean?
It could
Um,
happen.
I'm not watching the Linkin Park performance.
Don't care.
There's a new list. New Linkin Park is now on our. We've got what 4 or 5 bands now. We're not talking about them after this.
Yep.
After this episode. But Amel and the Sniffers, I've got to say, yeah, the obnoxious dancing was a little fucking annoying, but it's an actual like video performance, all that. That's cool.
Yeah.
So honestly, my vote is between them two, Haley Williams, and I'm in my mind pulling off of this Newport Folk Fest video, and then the Amel and the Sniffers video. I think I'm just gonna come out of left field and vote for full frontal nudity, dude. I think Amel and the Sniffers should win. That's my vote.
Okay. Uh, I don't agree, but I respect the opinion. The
That's
video
good.
was entertaining for sure. Um, I thought the guy, I don't know what he does in the band. I assume he's
Right.
in the band too,
Right.
but the guy in the video plays off of her pretty well.
Uh huh.
I thought it was pretty funny.
Right.
They like show up in a fucking pool that's like
Right.
gross and dirty,
Yeah.
just like chilling, and then
Exactly.
like they're just all of a sudden doing squats. Uh,
Right.
it was pretty funny.
It's crazy.
Uh,
It's different.
so it was pretty good. I'll be interested to listen to what these guys have put out so far.
Right.
Um, my vote here is going to go to Youngblood.
Okay.
Uh,
Of course,
I,
I
I
knew that.
watch,
I knew that from the
yeah,
fucking
I
beginning.
watch, I watched the Back to the Beginning stream, and I've seen this heavily, and I love the cover. I love the cast on the song, and obviously it had a really good um, rapport with everybody. So I
Right.
think it deserves it. I this category was kind of hard because I did really appreciate Never Enough by Turnstile, and
Mhm.
the Haley Williams song was pretty good, but I got to give it to Youngblood.
Right. All right. Cool. Cool.
Especially if we're going off of performance. His performance was magical.
Okay.
Yep.
Let's do this. I'm gonna what's your favorite color?
Um this isn't going to help you, but black. Otherwise I'll pick orange.
Okay. Sick. So my vote's there, or your vote's there. Just gonna mark these off.
I
Sick.
thought you
All right.
picked Amel and the Sniffers.
Did I? Oh shit, I did, didn't I? Oops.
You did. Yep.
All right, sick. All right. And then come February, we'll see who. Oh, well, it's not going to be
No, I can save this.
right. Yeah, we'll save this. We'll put it off to the side, and we'll see. We'll see who's right. You're probably right on this one,
Yeah.
though. Huh. Excuse me. All right.
Probably not.
You don't think so?
If I had to guess, I bet you Lincoln Park wins this.
Oh, mm, I don't know. It's pretty fresh off of Ozzy's death and everything. I'm pretty sure they're gonna go
I
for
don't think the
the
Grammy. I don't think the Grammys care about that.
for optics. I think they do. I'm just saying.
Maybe.
They need viewership, and they're pulling out whatever they can. We'll go ahead and move on into the next category. We've got
A
best
better
metal.
category.
Yeah, right. We've got best metal performance. This is for new vocal or instrumental solo, duo, group, or collaborative metal recordings. The nominees are Night Terror by Dream Theater. We've got Lacrima by Ghost. Emergence by Sleep Token. I know what Ryan's voting for. Soft Spine by Spirit Box. And we've also got Birds by Turnstile. A lot of great tracks on here, honestly. Ryan, what are you thinking is the best metal performance?
Well, I did. I don't listen to Dream Theater a ton. I did watch the music video for this track.
Okay.
It was pretty good. I'll give it that. I probably won't go and listen to it again, to be honest with you. But for a first listen, just to see what we're getting into, I
Right.
thought it was pretty good.
Hell yeah.
Um, yeah, pretty good progressive metal. And the video was fine.
Dude, I just caught the
I
moment where the dude like twists the keyboard.
Oh yeah,
Whoa. Huge. Yeah, sorry for
yeah,
interrupting.
pretty good.
Right.
No, it's all right. I'm watching it on your screen right now as we
Right,
talk.
yeah.
Um, anyways, believe it or not, I did listen to this song by Ghost. I watched the music video
Uh-huh.
just to see what was going on. It wasn't terrible, believe it or not. Their getup is different
Yeah.
than it used to be. We got a new mask, and apparently, a lot of the in the comments, a lot of the people were saying it's nice to see Tobias Forge's mouth and facial expressions for once.
Right.
Um, Either way, I still don't love this, and I think
Yeah, I'm not a fan.
that um, the music could be a lot better for the visuals. Either way,
Yeah.
uh, going forward, obviously this sleep token track. I've loved this song since it came out. It's a really good
Okay.
track. I don't know specifically what performance we might be talking about, considering that the official music video for this track is a visualizer as well.
Right.
A pretty good visualizer, but nothing exciting. So I'm not sure really what they're referring to. Um, Soft Spine by Spirit Box is my favorite track by this band.
Right.
My only problem with it is that I just don't really think that um, the musicianship is quite Grammy award winning as it may be. Her vocals are very good, but I don't know about the guitars. He's just not that good. Anyways,
All right.
um, if we were gonna, if the performance that we're speaking of was at Louder Life with Poppy, the drone footage, I would
Come
pick
on, you
this
can't you can't
one
let that
hundred
go to
percent.
waste, dude.
I know, but if it's based off of the music video, this music video is terrible.
It's kind of ass. I'm watching it right now, as you can probably see, and
It's a horrible music video.
it,
Her dancing is pretty cringe.
yeah.
Um, and I just don't know.
I
But
guess I'm not a fan of like the green screen, like larger than life sort of
no,
setups. You know what I mean? Like
I've always hated music videos like that.
it's kind of lame. I don't understand it. You know what I mean? I don't know what to make of it, but I guess I don't know. But
Either way, if
yeah,
it we'll assume that the performance is louder than life with Poppy.
yes,
Which is goaded.
right.
Either way, um then we got Birds by Turnstile. This one I'm just gonna assume that we're basing this off of their Tiny Desk set. Because if that's the case, this song was a pretty good performance on the
Okay,
NPR Tiny Desk.
hell yeah,
That was remember that was our first
yeah,
stage dive.
right, yeah. At NPR, dude,
Pretty good.
exactly, right. Yeah.
What do you think?
My votes. If we're going for the Louder Than Life one, my vote's going for that because I was there for that live. It was fucking sick. Honestly, the best set I saw all most of the weekend. There was some other bands. I did get to see Mastodon perform Leviathan live, which was pretty fucking killer, dude. And Body Count was there right beforehand. So if we're talking in terms of music, I love those. But that Ginger fucking or excuse me, Spirit Box, like prime. Dude, it gave me shivers down my soft spine. I'm just saying. It was killer. It was awesome. That's my vote. I'm going for soft spine. LTL 2024.
All right. Um well, I really like the song Emergence. I just don't know what performance they're referring to here.
Right.
Um I think it's a good song, but I'm happy not giving them the win here because we're going to talk about them in a future nomination. Um, Turnstile's performance at NPR Tiny Desk was super hype. I think that was good.
Yeah.
However, if we're basing it off of Louder Than Life with Poppy, I also vote Spirit Box here.
Yeah. Fair. All right. So I'm going to put a ×2 on that one.
Oh yeah.
Sick.
Um, The next category we got is best rock song. This one I think is going to be a little easier for me. But our nominees are As Alive as You Need Me to Be by Trent Reznor and Atticus Ross. This I assume is from the Tron soundtrack.
It
Because I don't know
is.
what else. Okay, that's what I figured. Um,
Yeah.
because I
If
don't know what
you
else
go
he
ahead
would
and
have put
take a
out.
look at my screen, you can kind of see the yeah.
Oh, I see. Um, we also got Caramel by Sleep Token. I love this song. We got Glum by Haley Williams again. We got Never Enough by Turnstile again. And then we got Zombie by Youngblood. So pretty stacked category here. What do you think?
I don't listen to Sleep Token, so I have no idea what that song sounds like.
Okay.
And I don't know. Maybe I'm just being a big baby, and I'm like, well, everybody else likes Sleep Token right now, so I'm not gonna listen to him because I'm a fucking hipster. I think that's why I don't listen to Sleep Token. Maybe I will appreciate them soon, but I just need this hype to die down so I can listen to them because I hate being. I don't know. I've always just been that guy. Like I've always been against what the fuck everybody else is talking about, and maybe that makes me a weirdo. I don't know, but
Hey,
uh,
sometimes people are right.
I don't know, man. I don't know about Sleep Token. Maybe if they did some heavier fucking music, in addition to what they're wearing, I think I might be a fan. But it's it's the new Scooby Doo music, dude. It's a new Ghost, bitch.
You fuck off with that.
Youngblood, I've never been excited about. I've never really listened to him. He just seems really whiny to me. But I'm listening to these songs right now. I'm scrubbing through. Youngblood's kind of boring. Zombie is very boring. Caramel.
Hmm. If you're gonna scrub through it, you're gonna piss me off. That
I'm
one
scrubbing
deserves a
through it
whole
right
listen, dude.
now.
Don't you fucking scrub through it. I love this song so much.
Okay. I'm in the middle of it and it gets a little more
It
powerful,
gets
you know what I
heavy.
mean? It gets heavy.
It
Uh
starts poppy. It gets heavy.
I did see
Also,
yeah.
the lyrics are an important part of it too, because this song, I believe, is in somewhat protest of somebody on the internet hacking all of their identities and addresses and phone numbers and
Oh
posting them
dang.
online.
Uh-huh.
And the lyrics kind of cover the fact that he wanted to remain anonymous due to the fact that he didn't want to live in the limelight and wants
Right.
people to appreciate his music based off of the music and not who he is as a rock star, which I think
And
is
that's
pretty
pretty
cool.
cool. Like I'm looking through some of them. Too young to be bitter over it all. Too old to retaliate like before. It's
Yup.
cool. Too blessed to be caught ungrateful, I know. That's cool. I can appreciate that if that's the case. Um see what else we got. I did go see Tron Ares specifically to listen to Nine Inch Nails's, part in all of that.
Cut. Yeah.
So,
Their score.
right. And Glum's pretty cool. Like I said, I'm a fan of Haley Williams. I'm
Yeah.
a fan of Paramore. But
Yeah, me too.
out of the rest of the songs, you know what?
You got turnstile too.
Oh, oh yeah, Never Enough. I'm sorry. I had it set up weird in my yeah, my playlist. I think I'm gonna throw you a curveball real quick.
Please do.
I think I'm voting for Sleep Token. I think that's the best rock song.
Hell yeah, brother.
Like Never Enough. It's not what
Um,
I expect out of Turnstile. Glum. It's classic
yeah,
Haley Williams. Like I said, Zombie fucking bored me, dude. I listened to like at least
it's
a minute and a half of
not a
that. It's
not a great song.
no, and as much as I like Trent Reznor and what he does with Nine Inch Nails, I can't. We got to stop supporting Jared Leto, and if we can just keep this like low key, you know what I mean? That's
Yeah.
fine. So I'm Carmel. Carmel's getting my best rock song vote.
Well, I'll skip ahead and you know, cut out the excitement here. I'm picking Caramel as well. Or as they call it apparently in the UK, how it's pronounced in the song
Caramel.
Caramel.
Whatever.
Um, but yeah, this song's super awesome. It's my favorite song on the whole album. Uh yeah, Nine Inch Nails, it's fine. It's a great album score.
Right.
Um, but I don't know about best rock song of the year.
Exactly. Best
Haley
industrial
Williams,
song? Probably.
maybe, maybe. I don't know. I enjoyed the new track by Nothing more than I enjoyed this track,
Fair.
from an industrial standpoint.
Right.
But yeah, Glum by Haley Williams, good track.
Right.
Um, this album was pretty good for her. Um, but I don't know about best rock song.
Yeah, I can't in all good
Turnstile,
faith.
Turnstile. I liked their album, their last album, better than this one. This is
Okay.
like this is like that album, but less cool. It's like they
Right.
did it again, but with all B sides. Like it's just
Right.
not.
Huh.
It's it's a half-assed version of what they just keep getting less and less every album, and that's disappointing because at once really love this band, and that's
Right.
not taking away anything because I do love this album. It's just not as good as the previous, and not as good as the previous, and not as good as the previous.
Yep.
But otherwise good. And then yeah, Youngblood. This is a probably terrible song by him to nominate because
Yeah.
it's not that great. But if I had to guess, I bet you it wins.
Yeah.
So whatever. Well, we can move on to the next category.
Oh yeah. Next up, we've got best rock albums. We're gonna expand a little bit on what we were just talking about. A couple of repeats. We've got Private Music by Deftones. We've got I Quit by Ham,
Chaim?
Haim. Don't pronounce it like that. I'm pretty sure we could get canceled for that. Um, From Zero by Linkin Park. Never Enough. Yeah, right. By Turnstile and Idols by Youngblood. Um, I think if I had to just make like an off-rip guess, dude, Deftones. I'm not voting for Linkin Park. I don't know
Yep.
Haim very much. I'm gonna say it again. Youngblood bores me,
Yep.
and like you said about Turnstile, it's just not quite what we were expecting, from them. So Deftones, just you know what I mean? Like maybe okay. So if I could say, it's classic Deftones. It's shoegazy. It's drawn out. It's emo with some power to it, some aggressiveness. Out of all of them though, if we're just gonna compare, I think Deftones is gonna win. I didn't get a chance to really listen to Haim that much, but
I also didn't. I have no idea about anything that they do. Um, so that doesn't really
I'm
help my
listening to it right
case
now.
here.
Deftones. This one's kind of boring.
Yeah, I'm sure it's boring.
Haim is like coffee shop rock.
Oh
That's how I'm
yeah, I
gonna
hear that
describe
now.
them. Yeah.
Yeah, I'm with you. I'm voting Deftones. I'm not gonna lie, the Deftones album was a little disappointing to me when it first came out,
Uh huh.
because of the hype behind it, and
Right.
I've also been a pretty big Deftones fan for a while.
Right.
Um, so I've heard better stuff from them,
For sure.
but so I'm basically putting it up against Never Enough by Turnstile
Right.
just because of the nominations here, because I probably wouldn't have nominated any of these, except maybe Deftones. I think deserves to be up here.
Right.
Um, so I have to put Deftones ahead of Turnstile because
Yeah.
that album was good, but it just wasn't special.
Wasn't Isn't enough. It's never enough, dude.
It was never enough.
Right.
We next up we got best alternative music performance. Here I also only have an opinion for a handful of them. The nominees are Everything is Peaceful Love by Bon Iver. We got Alone by The Cure. We got Seeing Stars by Turnstile. Turnstile coming in here and sweeping the fucking categories. We got fucking Mange 2 by Wet Leg. We got Parachute by Haley Williams. Tyler, what are you thinking
There's few bands on here that I'm not really familiar with. We were talking about Wet Leg a few weeks ago from their KEPX
Yep.
performance, which ended up getting me into KEPX. I really don't listen to The Cure. Bon Iver, I have no idea about. Um, Turnstile, I've listened to this song. Parachute, I don't think I listened to that one. We're talking performance based on, I don't know about videos or anything. I'm watching that Bon Iver video, and there's a lot of like animals and stuff in it, and I think that's super adorable. See what's going on with The Cure. Uh, um, Honestly, I'm probably gonna have to say alternative music performance. I think I might end up voting for Haley Williams.
All right.
Parachute.
I'm going. I don't know much about Bon Iver.
Mm-hmm.
I know that it's like also kind of coffee shoppy.
Yeah, for sure.
The Cure is pretty cool, but they're old. Um, Turnstile, we've talked about it enough.
Right.
Wet Leg, I'm a big fan of. Haley Williams, I'm also a fan of. I'm going Monge 2, Wet Leg.
Just too Wet Leg. Alrighty. Just those. Alrighty. Watch, it's gonna be neither of those, and fucking
Probably not. Probably going to be
Turnstile's gonna
Bon
win.
Iver.
Yeah, right. We've got our final category for the evening. We're doing best alternative music album, vocal or instrumental. Bon Iver shows up again with Sable Fable. We've got the album Songs of a Lost World by The Cure. The next one we haven't mentioned at all. This is Don't Tap the Glass by Tyler, the Creator. Moisturizer, Moist by Wet
Moist.
Leg, and then Ego Death at a Bachelorette Party, which contains, I'm assuming, all of these songs that we've been talking about by
Yeah, all these
Haley
albums
Williams. Yeah,
are what was on the last category, except we got Tyler the Creator instead of Turnstile.
exactly. Right. I really need to listen to some more Tyler the Creator. I know he's changed. I was a huge Odd Future fan back in high school and shit. So I know he's changed his sound quite a bit. He's a little bit more, he's got more musicianship to his music now. But if we're doing best alternative album, he might end up winning because, you know, like I said, he's been trying to change his image and stuff like that. So I'm gonna have to want my vote on there because we also share a name. It's very selfish of me, but I think Tyler the Creator deserves this one.
That is fine. I'm happy with your decision. I
Oh yeah,
also don't have enough experience with Tyler the Creator to give him that,
right.
but I know that he's pretty cool.
Oh yeah,
Um, the Haley Williams album as a whole was pretty good.
yeah.
I didn't really
That
listen
was
to this
my
Cure
like
album.
professional vote was the Haley Williams album, but
Yeah.
got to come out of left field sometimes.
Um, I don't think it's gonna happen, but I'm voting for Moisturizer by Wet Leg. This album is really good. It's got a
Okay.
handful of tracks I'm a big fan of.
Oh yeah.
CPR is really good. Catch These Fists. Davina McCall is pretty good. Mange 2, Pokemon. This whole album is really
Oh yeah.
good. So
Nice. There's the
yeah,
riffies for you, dude.
dude, the Riffies are done.
Right. I think we're gonna do this every year. That's awesome.
I also think we should do this every year for sure.
Right. Hell yeah.
I'll be curious to see what happens. I bet you we're wrong about all these,
Right. For sure.
but that's all right because we have a certain taste in music and we like to force feed it on you guys.
Yeah. Every week live on the Riff Report.
Yep. But that's all we got for you tonight. So, um, yeah, look back in a few months to find out what actually happens with
See if
the
we're right or
Grammys.
wrong.
Yeah.
Exactly.
Um, But anyways, follow us on our socials. Um, you can follow us on Instagram at the.riff.report. We're on YouTube at the Riff Report News. And we've got a little bit of an announcement to make.
You do.
Unfortunately, this may very well
Don't lie.
be
This is
our last.
fortunately, dude. Right. Sorry.
Yeah, well, it is fortunately. Um, for all of you that are on Spotify, unfortunately, we are leaving you. And this very well might be the last episode that you hear of us on Spotify. We can get our shit together but before next week. We will probably not be on Spotify anymore. Um, but we have transferred all of our weekly playlists to Title. So if you go on there and follow us on Title, you can check out our weekly playlist featuring some of our tracks of the week and just some of the shit that we listen to on a regular basis, along with some other fun playlists for you to check out throughout the year. Um, but yeah, right now we are releasing new episodes on Spotify at 9 p.m. on Tuesday, on YouTube at 9 a.m. on Wednesday. This is probably going to change going forward. But the good news is, with our transformation here from Spotify, we are branching out and will be on every major podcast avenue. So if you listen to Apple Podcasts, we're going to be on there. If
Hmm.
you're checking things out on Tidal, we're going to be on there. We're on YouTube. Uh, we're going to be on all of your favorite podcast apps. So that's exciting news for us. But
Nice.
for now, stay loud, stay angry, and we will catch you in the pit.